And now to our NewsHour Share, something that caught our eye that may be of interest to you, too. After more than 7 decades, the remains of one of the worst disasters U.S. naval history have been found, thanks to a wealthy philanthropist, a Navy historian, and a state-of-the-art research vessel. The NewsHour's Julia Griffin explains.
That's it, Paul. We've got it. The Indy.
With those words, a 72-year-old mystery was solved and a historical treasure rediscovered on the bottom of the Pacific Ocean. The wreckage of the World War II naval cruiser, the USS Indianapolis. On July 30th, 1945, the Indianapolis was at sea, having just completed a top-secret mission delivering key components of the atomic bomb Little Boy to a naval base in the Northern Mariana Islands when it was torpedoed by a Japanese submarine. Just 15 minutes later, the ship that survived the Pearl Harbor attack was underwater. 800 of her 1,196 sailors are thought to have initially survived the sinking, but with the U.S. Navy unaware of the loss, the men were forced to float for 4 days in shark-infested waters before being spotted by a patrolling bomber plane. Ultimately, only 316 survived the ordeal. For decades, the final resting place of the Indianapolis was lost to the ocean.
All the paperwork is lost. There was no distress signal that went out. So basically, we have nothing but the recollections of the crew, the survivors. So it was really an imprecise location at the beginning.
But last year, naval historian Richard Hulver discovered naval landing craft LST-779 had passed the Indianapolis just hours before the attack.
So about 11 hours before Indianapolis was sunk. If you can figure out where LST-779 was, that gives you another point on that, another data point on that route that can give you a better idea.
With the new data in hand, a civilian research team led by Microsoft co-founder Paul Allen took up the search again.
We try to do these both as really exciting examples of underwater archaeology and as tributes to the brave men that went down on these ships.
This time, the research vessel turned its attention west of the original location estimate and hunted through a new 600-square-mile patch of the Pacific Ocean. Ultimately, one of the team's remotely operated underwater vehicles spotted the ship, its anchor, and other paraphernalia more than 18,000 feet below the surface. Naval History and Heritage Command Director Sam Cox hopes the discovery will underscore more than just the ship's demise.
Even in a great tragedy like this one, there is valor, there is bravery, and in the case of this crew that made the ultimate sacrifice, what they did needs to be remembered, and not just for getting torpedoed and sunk. They were heroes.
Only 22 crew members of the Indianapolis are still alive today. For the PBS NewsHour, I'm Julia Griffin.